everyone is hale and hearty. Today I thought to discuss about the three words. These three words are perfection, meticulous and fussy. These three words, they actually are synonyms, but there is an absolute difference. Perfection brings satisfaction and contentment. Meticulous brings displeasure and discontentment. And fussy is always result in the negativity, annoyance, resentment and anger. There is a small story behind the perfection. There is a small story that tells you actually what is perfection. Most of the time people say that we cannot be perfect, but in pursuit of perfection brings a lot of satisfaction and contentment. Listen to the story. In a temple, there was a sculptor and he was actually doing something with the statue, with the goddess idol. On seeing it, a tourist came near to him and saw that he was very much immersed in his work. Looking very closely to him, the tourist asked that what he was doing. He said that actually he was just repairing a small scratch, almost invisible scratch on the idol's nose. On seeing it, the tourist asked that it was not actually visible. He said he knew about it, but the tourist saw that idol very closely. There was no scratch, there was no visible scratch seen over there. He was quite surprised. He asked him where this idol has to be installed. The artist said, the sculptor said that this statue was to be installed at 20 feet high. He was quite amazed. The tourist was completely amazed. He says that 20 feet high, who would be able to notice a scratch on the nose? The sculptor, who was very much devoted in his work and doing this damage very intrinsically, he just looked at the visitor and said he knew it. This is the perfection, the contentment and the satisfaction. So climb the Mount Everest, climb the mountain, not to make the world to see, but to see the world. This is the satisfaction, this is the contentment that comes through the perfection. So perfection is not actually in making the people to appreciate, to say something about you. It's only for your own satisfaction, own contentment. If you're happy with your work, yes, of course, that brings a lot of satisfaction and contentment. Meticulous, the word is meticulous means to be very, very rigorous and painstaking. And every time we want the work to be done in such a perfect manner, and for that we sometimes disturb others also. For example, I want my house spick and span. For that, I can go to any extent, troubling my family members and creating all the problems to them. This is resulting in a kind of a discontentment and dissatisfaction. So to be meticulous means to be very, very painstaking in the process, and that finally does not bring that kind of a satisfaction and contentment. And the third is fussy. When we are fussy, it means we are too much into the details and only asking, troubling others. Sometimes the questions are so many and we are not satisfied with that. We keep on asking, okay, this is going to happen. What are the results of this? Sometimes so many questions regarding this, and this is only creating the resentment and anger in the end. So do you want to be perfect? Are you in search of perfection? Do you want to create the sense of perfection in you? Are you a meticulous person, or are you a very fussy person who wants to trouble others? So what I think that we should not be fussy. We should, if we are trying to be meticulous, then we should not be disturbing others. So when we try for perfection, it means I'm just doing my work to the level best. I'm trying my work to be at the best. So when we talk about perfection, perfection means I'm trying to do my best. I'm performing my work to my best ability. That is perfection. Meticulous means I want others to do the work in a perfect manner too. That brings dissatisfaction and discontentment to my personality. And when we talk about fussy, it is creating problems to others as well as to your own self. So don't be fussy about the things, about the life. Just try to do your best.